Hello everyone. Welcome to the virtual class of Corporate Social Responsibility, popularly referred to as CSR. In previous session, I have discussed that CSR is all about a journey towards a profit-centric approach to society-centric approach. And in first lecture, I have covered concept of CSR, different stakeholders associated with the company, meaning of corporate social responsibility, and features or characteristics of CSR. Today, in this session, I would like to cover one of the most important part of CSR, that is related to provisions of Companies Act 2013. As per the Companies Act 2013, provisions related to corporate social responsibilities are given in section 135. It is necessary for you to remember this section because you need to quote section 135 frequently in your answer as and when it is required. Under section 135, it is provided that the large companies have to spend 2% of the net profit for the purpose of CSR activities. At this point of time, I would like to discuss one important item with you, that as per the provisions of the Act, it is applicable to large companies. So, the first and foremost word that you need to remember is this one, the large companies. Clear? So, just try to remember the word large companies in order to clear your understanding. And it is also necessary for you to remember that large companies have to pay 2% of the net profit for the purpose of CSR activities. We'll discuss about CSR activities in a full lecture. But as of now, you need to remember that the company has to pay 2% of the net profit for the purpose of CSR activities. Move forward. And for this, I would like to ask a question. Is the provisions of CSR applicable to all the companies? There are two options available to you all on your screen. Either yes or no. You can put your answers in chat box or comment section. Some of the students are saying yes and some are in favor of no. The correct answer is no. The provisions of CSR is not applicable to each and every company because the Companies Act 2013 has clearly mentioned under section 135 subsection 1. These provisions are applicable to the companies satisfying any one of the following criteria. You can say it is threshold limit. There are a few conditions laid down under the Act. The first condition is all about turnover. The provisions of section 135 is applicable if the turnover of the company is rupees 1000 crores or more. Or second provision, it is related to net worth. If net worth of the company is rupees 500 crores or more, the provisions of CSR is applicable to the company. And third criteria is all about amount of net profit earned by the company. if the amount of net profit earned by the company is rupees 5 crores or more, provisions of CSR under section 135 applicable to the company. It means if any company is following any one out of these three criterias. First criteria related to turnover 1000 crores or more. Second criteria net worth rupees 500 crores or more. And third criteria net profit of the company 5 crores or more. If any company is satisfying any one criteria out of these three, the company has to follow provisions of CSR. It means they need to pay 2% of the net profit for CSR activities. Here, one exception is also given. The company is not required to follow the CSR provisions when the company does not satisfy all the three criteria for a continuous period of 3 financial years. It means if company is neither following criteria of turnover nor following criteria of net worth nor net profit. If the company fails to satisfy all these three criteria for the period of 3 financial years. Say for example, right now we are thinking of 2019-20. So 2018-19, 17-18 and 16-17 are the previous 3 financial years corresponding to the present year 2019-20. If company is not satisfying any of these 3 criteria, provisions of CSR is not applicable. Now, I have prepared a summary for the provisions. Criteria number 1, turnover 1000 crores or more. Criteria number 2, net worth rupees 500 crores or more. And criteria number 3, net profit rupees 5 crores or more. In case of company 1, company is satisfying criteria 1 but fails to satisfy criteria number 2 and 3. As per the provision, any one criteria is satisfied, the company has to follow the provisions. So in case of company 1, they need to follow the provisions of CSR. Same way in case of company 2. First and third criteria fails to satisfy, but criteria of net worth, that is 500 crores or more, satisfied. So they have to pay expenditure on CSR activities. Same way for company number 3. First and second criteria fails to satisfy, but profit is more than 5 crores. So it is necessary for the company to pay expenditure on CSR activities. In case of company 4, need not to discuss anything because the company satisfies all 3 criteria. So obviously they have to pay expenditure on CSR activities. While in case of company 5, they are not following any of these 3 criteria. Here we have assumed that in case of company 5, all 3 criteria are not followed continuously for 3 years. So in this case, they need not to pay amount on CSR activities. After learning all the criteria in theory, let us have certain cases in order to understand CSR provision with practical understanding. Case number 1. The turnover of ABC Limited is rupees 1800 crores. Net worth of the company is rupees 400 crores. and net profit for the company is rupees 12 crores. At this point of discussion, I would like to inform you that it is compulsory for all of you to remember threshold limit. Threshold limit for turnover is 1000 crores. Here, turnover is 1800 crores. So this criteria is satisfied. Threshold limit for net worth is rupees 500 crores. Here, it is 400 crores. So it is not satisfied. While in case of net profit, it is only rupees 5 crores. Here, company ABC earned a profit of rupees 12 crores. It means criteria number 1 and criteria number 3 satisfied by the company. So, we can say that ABC Company Limited has to spend 2% of the net profit of rupees 12 crores on CSR activities. So, from these kind of cases, you need to understand the practical application of CSR provision, section 135. Case number 2. The turnover of XYZ Limited is 1200 crores. Net worth of the company is rupees 200 crores. And net profit for the company is rupees 4 crores. Threshold limit for turnover is 1000 crores, so it is satisfied. Net worth not satisfied and profit is also not satisfied. But any one criteria is satisfied, it means the company has to pay 2% of the net profit on CSR activities. Here, first criteria is satisfied, so company has to pay 2% of the net profit rupees 4 crores. So 4 crores multiplied by 2%, that is rupees 8 lakhs. Here the company has to pay rupees 8 lakhs on activities related to CSR. Case number 3. The turnover of DEF Limited is 800 crores. Net worth of the company is rupees 200 crores and net profit for the company is 20 crores. First criteria of turnover is not satisfied. Second criteria of net worth, it is also not satisfied. But third criteria, profit is more than 5 crores. Obviously, here the profit is 20 crores. So third criteria is satisfied. So the company satisfied third criteria of the section 135. So the company has to spend 2% of the net profit. Amount of profit is 20 crores. So 2% equals to 40 lakhs rupees on CSR related activities. Case number 4. The turnover of NRI Limited is rupees 800 crores. Net worth of the company is rupees 600 crores. And the net profit for the company is rupees 3 crores. Again, recall the threshold limit. The first threshold limit is all about turnover. Turnover should be 1000 crores or more. So this criteria is not satisfied. Second threshold limit is all about net worth. It should be rupees 500 crores or more. Here it is 600 crores. So this criteria is satisfied by NRI Limited. And third, net profit. The amount of net profit should be 5 crores or more. Here it is 3 crores. So this criteria is also not satisfied. According to provision laid down in section 135 subsection 1, the company is required to pay CSR expenses or required to pay on CSR related activities if any one out of these 3 conditions are satisfied. So here, out of these 3, one of the condition is satisfied. So naturally, the company has to pay expenditure on CSR related activities. Amount of net profit is 3 crores. 2% of 3 crores, that is rupees 6 lakhs on CSR activities. Case number 5. Anant Limited provides you following information from the books of account. Year, turnover, net worth, and net profit. For the year 2016-17, turnover is 800 crores, 200 crores, and 2 crores. Condition number 1, not satisfied. Number 2, not satisfied. Number 3, not satisfied. For the year 2017-18, turnover is 900 crores, net worth rupees 400 crores, and amount of net profit is 4.3 crores. Again, any of these 3 items are not satisfying conditions on the basis of threshold limit. For the year 18-19, 850 crores, so it is less than 1000 crores, so not satisfied. 380 crores, it is less than 500 crores, so the condition is not satisfied. And net profit is 4 crores, so it is also less than 5 crores given in the threshold limit. So here for the year 2016-17, 17-18 and 18-19, any of these 3 conditions are not satisfied. So the company does not satisfy any of the criteria. So provisions of section 135 is not applicable to the company for the year 2019-20. Why? Because previous to the year 2019-20, the first year is 18-19, second is 17-18, and third is 2016-17. So if a company fails to satisfy the provisions for a continuous period of previous 3 years, so for 19-20, previous 3 years are 16-17, 17-18 and 18-19. So during the period of 2016-17 to 18-19, the company fails to satisfy the criteria. So during 2019-20, the company is free from the responsibility of the payment on CSR related activities. I hope everyone is clear with the provisions of section 135 and subsection 1, that is section 135 subsection 1 related to CSR. Keep watching the next sessions. Thank you. God bless you. Keep learning. Keep growing.